coming up. The feud between Kyle Matthews and Jimmy Rave has gone on in RPW. One of the most violent feuds in Rampage Pro Wrestling history. It started out with Kyle Matthews being the student, Jimmy Rave being the teacher, and Jimmy Rave turning his back on his pupil. Finally, after everything is said and done, the War Games will begin. The steel cage will be erected around the ring, creating a dungeon of horrors. That's Kyle Matthews' team of himself, JRod, Ace Rockwell, Patrick Bentley, and Adrian Hawkins take on Jimmy Rave and the Jimmy Rave approved group of Corey Hollis, Chip Day, Sal Rinauro, and Mike Posey. The match starts out one-on-one. Every 90 seconds, a new man comes in until all 10 men are in the cage. At that point, the War Games begin. The only way to win the match is by surrender or submission. No pinfalls. There must be a winner. Team Kyle Matthews versus Team Jimmy Rave. War Games. Let the War Games begin in Doctoberfest. Let's go to the cage.
Introducing first, he is the seven-figure deal, Ace Rockwell.
5 men on each team. We have Team Kyle Matthews versus Team Jimmy Rave. And then we have 1 man for each team starting out the War Games. Every 90 seconds, a new man will come in, and the disadvantage will start out with Kyle Matthews getting to the advantage because he won that on a previous program of Rampage Pro Wrestling. 2-on-1, and then 2-on-2, and then 3-on-2. It continues.
And the first competitor for the Jimmy Rave approved team is Jimmy Rave.
Once all 10 men are in that cage, that's really when the War Games begins. No disqualification, no time limit, no countouts, no pinfall. It's submission or surrender. War Games. The match beyond the main event for the Doctoberfest.
You're right, Ben. As each the competitor come in, the match cannot be won until all the competitors are in the ring, and then, as you said, the match beyond begins. Submit or surrender, the only way to win this competitive match. It's all come to this. The team captained by Kyle Matthews, the team captained by Jimmy Rave, and starting the match for his team, surprisingly, is Jimmy Rave.
I don't know what kind of a thought process he has in that, but I'm sure he has one. I think it's important to him that he wins this match, and he realizes, I'm sure, that Kyle Matthews has the first advantage because of the match they had on Rampage Pro Wrestling TV. Bell has sounded, and we've got action here. The War Games begins. Every 90 seconds, a new participant comes in until all 10 men are inside this cage, in this dungeon, so to speak. The match beyond. There's no mercy in the cage.
Creation of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, been done in various forms, multi-layered cages, several cages side by side. Here the single cage version, as has been done in various other places. And right now, Ace Rockwell backs Rave up into the corner, lands solid blows into the neck section of Jimmy Rave. Cage so far not a factor in this match other than there's nowhere to go, nowhere to run, Ben.
And a series of chops here, back and forth. Ace Rockwell now caught hard by Jimmy Rave. Hard right hand there by Rockwell. And Rocky and Jimmy Rave's world right now. Takes him head first into that turnbuckle. And now all the way across to the other turnbuckle. Jimmy Rave now staggering. And Ace Rockwell, no stranger to Jimmy Rave.
Well, Rave, master of psychology, buying time, asking for forgiveness, hand behind the back. And by the way, I'm assuming his fingers are crossed. Normally they are. Saying, trust me, but all he's really doing is buying time at this point. But it's not really going to help him because the advantage is for the team captained by Kyle Matthews. So the next man out will be another member of the same team that Ace Rockwell is on, and Jimmy Rave will have to face competitors
2-on-1. He likes to dish out 3-on-1, 4-on-1. Look, it's spitting in the face now. That's how much friendship he offers to Ace Rockwell. Jimmy Rave goes down hard blow by Ace Rockwell. Now in the corner, shoots Rave across the ring, and clothesline. Rave now backing off in that corner, begging for mercy. As we said, no mercy in the cage.
Our next competitor in 10, 9, 8,
and the next
7,
competitor will
6,
enter the cage.
5, 4,
and it will be
3,
2-on-1.
2, 1.
And this will be for Kyle
Representing
Matthews.
the Kyle Matthews captain team, it's Adrian Hawkins.
And Hawkins now coming out. And the match beyond continues. It's Jimmy Rave, 2-on-1. And he is begging off for time right now, I am sure. And Jimmy Rave now realizing he is in a bit of a tough spot, being double teamed by Ace Rockwell and Adrian Hawkins. Remember, the match cannot be won until all 10 men are in the ring.
Jimmy Rave now 2-on-1. Up he goes over. Big backdrop right there at the hands of Adrian Hawkins and Ace Rockwell. Remember now, it was Ace Rockwell put out of professional wrestling for a period of time at the hands of Jimmy Rave, who's thrown there face first into the cage, the unforgiving cage. Ace Rockwell, serious damage to his foot, and Rave checking his forehead at this point, trying to see if he's been busted open. Not sure at this point whether that's happened, but certainly it could. The rough surface of the cage is unforgiving. It's not the first time Rave has been in a cage. We remember it wasn't that long ago he was in there with Kyle Matthews.
Absolutely, right now.
And I think
the worst for wear here.
Yeah, Rave has been busted open already. The cage has already done some of the damage, and Jimmy Rave is right now suffering at the hands right here.
We know the wires of that cage certainly will cut you like apples. I've seen apples being pushed through these cage wires before, and the head does much the same.
Our next competitor in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Representing the Jimmy Rave approved team, here's Mike Posey.
And now the odds will be even, but Jimmy Rave is all but out right now, bleeding in the corner. And now it's Mike Posey being attacked here by Adrian Hawkins. And Posey now using the ropes and the cage to climb. Caught in mid-air by Hawkins.
Rave down, bleeding over in the corner. Posey smartly stopped himself from going into the cage, but wasn't able to move into much of an advantage as Adrian Hawkins ready for him there. Now Posey is down, holding on to the throat. Already damage done there. Rave, a bloody mess over in the corner, slammed over. Earlier we had that corner pad off. That pad's been put back on, and thank goodness the cage is unforgiving enough. And now Rockwell getting something back, but Rave off. But Rockwell was ready that time for the STO, didn't catch it. Airplane spin, Rave is off this time. No, he gets it.
Hard clothesline running off the ropes. Jimmy Rave desperation move, bleeding now, and that's going to not only blind him a little bit, but also throw him off balance, because he has to think about, he doesn't know how bad that injury is, and on top of having to battle these men in the cage. This is the War Games, the match beyond. And we've seen the Jimmy Rave, Kyle Matthews war go on and on and on. Will it end tonight? Off the ropes comes an elbow by Adrian Hawkins.
And right now it's all Posey and Rave for a moment, but now Rave cut off, but Posey still solidly in advantage over on the side.
And you see that Mike Posey certainly in control
Our
of
next
things.
competitor in 10.
And now we'll have a 3-on-2 advantage.
8, 7,
Kyle Matthews' team
6,
now pressing the man and throwing him into the
5,
cage.
4, 3,
And that can cause
2,
a lot of injury.
1. Representing the team captained by Kyle Matthews, this is Patrick Bentley.
The last time we saw Patrick Bentley, he was injured in the ring at the hands of Jimmy Rave approved. So certainly he has a lot to prove, but is he 100%? We don't know.
Well, in fact, his jaw was nearly broken, fractured, able to be recovered. And now Jimmy Rave in position for
Great
the Destroyer.
position.
Fans want to see it, but wait a minute!
What is this?
Patrick Bentley just launched out at Adrian Hawkins.
Where did that come from? I thought Patrick Bentley was going to give the Destroyer to
And
Jimmy
Rockwell
Rave.
just ate the cage
What
and is
he
down.
doing?
And Bentley standing in the ring. Jimmy Rave with a big smile on his shake, and there's a handshake.
No way!
It appears someone else has become approved.
No way, not Patrick Bentley. And now the odds obviously are changed because you have 3-on-2, and we thought Kyle Matthews had the advantage. Not Patrick Bentley.
Well, now I'm beginning to understand a little bit why Jimmy Rave sacrificed and took one literally for the team, fed himself into the match early, got bloodied for the result, but he was buying time, and now we know why. He was waiting for the appearance of Patrick Bentley.
And now it's only Adrian Hawkins and Ace Rockwell battling three Jimmy Rave approved, including the new Jimmy Rave approved, obviously, Patrick Bentley. I can't believe, I'm just stunned. I can't believe it.
And now Rockwell's been busted open also. Two men are bleeding in this match.
So the next man that comes out is going to be Jimmy Rave approved.
It is, and the clear advantage is now going to be with that team as we go into this period. And right now down are Ace Rockwell and Adrian Hawkins. Rockwell bleeding. Rave, you can just see the expression on his face. He's in near ecstasy over the damage that they're doing to these competitors as Patrick Bentley becomes approved.
You know, never take anything away from this man,
Bentley wiping the blood of Ace Rockwell on himself.
He's an evil genius. The man certainly is corrupt, and he corrupts all those around him.
Our next competitor in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And representing the team captained by Jimmy Rave, it's Chip Day.
Here comes the chipper. Chip Day now adding to what's already a problem here at ringside.
And now been a 4-on-2 advantage that should be at this point 3-on-3. It should be even, but no, because of what Patrick Bentley did, but more importantly what Jimmy Rave did. And how long has this been in play? We know that Jimmy Rave doesn't do things on the spur of the moment. Everything's got a plan. He did it with Mike Posey. He did it with Corey Hollis. And now Patrick Bentley.
And these guys, Ace Rockwell and Adrian Hawkins, being rocked here in the War Games.
And as damage is done over and over, triple teaming on Rockwell. Now the final stomp by Jimmy Rave over in the corner. Rockwell, a bloody mess, being attacked, the wound being gouged by Chip Day. 4-on-2, and you have to wonder who's going to step up and come in at this point.
How does Jimmy Rave get in these young guys' minds? How does he get to them?
I don't know, but clearly he can, and he has, and another example of it right here. The force has now grown. It started out as just him and Chip Day. Well, actually, it started out as him and Kyle Matthews until that twisted. Chip Day got involved, and then progressively it grew. Then the addition of Sal Rinauro, and now the addition of Patrick Bentley. It's become a true force here at Rampage Pro Wrestling.
Hard blow there by
Our
Chip
next
Day.
competitor in 10, 9,
This will be
8,
Kyle Matthews'
7,
team.
6,
Thank goodness for
5,
that.
4, 3, 2, 1. And he is the team captain, Kyle Matthews.
And now Kyle Matthews are coming in and avenge, and there you see Patrick Bentley begging off to Kyle Matthews.
And Matthews.
Kyle better not listen to it.
Well, that delay right there, a mistake on the part of Kyle Matthews. And whatever opportunity was available, it's gone now. Into the ropes, he manages to duck off. Still able to take both off their feet as Chip Day moves out of the way, only to be caught, taken right over hard by Matthews. House of Fire. Posey comes in, taken back, belly-to-back suplex. Posey is down and Matthews is up, and the tide is turned. But Ben, how long? The advantage still for the Jimmy Rave team as Matthews goes up. Missile drop kick to Jimmy Rave, who rolls over on his feet, comes in. Drinking out of a straw will be Jimmy Rave come morning.
Slurpee drop kick. Single leg roll up. And a, ooh, great Slurpee.
Caught him right there. I'm not sure every kick's a Slurpee, but every one may involve a straw.
It might be. Kyle Matthews is certainly understanding this is the War Games. The match beyond.
Kick there. Oh, good by Matthews. Grabs old Posey. One for him, too. Everyone's taken one to the face, but Rave there, cut off, grabbed it now. Hidaka lock on Rave.
Now the match can't end here.
At this point, this can be doing damage to Rave, but it can't do it. Not the time, really, to get this kind of maneuver because it can't win the match.
Is sitting in on it.
There is no tap at this point. The match itself has not begun.
Look at the pressure he's putting. Applying to Jimmy Rave. So much animosity. So much hatred between these two. No pinfalls.
Our next competitor in 10,
Only a submission
9,
with all 10 men.
8,
are in the cage.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here
It is Corey Hollis.
Corey Hollis, the wrestling machine, as Jimmy Rave calls him.
And now advantage has been for the Jimmy Rave team, but now dramatic advantage as in the ring. Clear advantage here with only 2 men remaining to come into the match. It's a 5-on-3 match at this point, clearly to the advantage of the Jimmy Rave team, but Ace Rockwell back to his feet.
And he's lacerated badly.
And that second win didn't last for long as he's sandwiched by blows from both Chip Day and Corey Hollis. Mike Posey up, Jimmy Rave is up, Patrick Bentley coming back up to his feet, and now the Jimmy Rave team in full effect, decimating the 3 members of the Kyle Matthews team, the depleted team of Kyle Matthews. And only 1 more member of his team, JRod, remaining to come out at this time. The last competitor will now clearly be Sal Rinauro, Jimmy Rave approved.
I tell you what, this match has already proven to be dangerous and devastating and shocking. How will it end?
Well, the only thing that the competitors can be lucky at now is that there's only a couple of people are bleeding, as I've seen these matches devastate many people before. But part of that probably has to do with the advantage the Jimmy Rave team has and the opportunity they now have. And look at Ace Rockwell is a bloody mess over on the opposite side of the ring. Jimmy Rave simply relaxing and enjoying the view over in the corner as he comes up.
No one expected.
And now Matthews put into position in a tree of woe on the outside, and they're queuing up on him, and now all 3 baseballs slide in.
Triple drop kicks by 3 of the illustrious Jimmy Rave approved Corey Hollis, Mike
Our
Posey,
next competitor in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
the next
1.
competitor,
The final member
JRod.
of Kyle Matthews' team, JRod.
And JRod, a house of fire now. A forearm and then a boot. Hard elbow. Pounding away now at the back to Chip Day. Boot to the midsection of Patrick Bentley. JRod didn't know he was going to be fighting Patrick Bentley. Turning on his team. Hard exchange and now a kick by JRod. Good go behind now and locking him up. But wait! Chip Day missed as JRod sidestepped and Day hit his own partner. A high knee by JRod sets him up for a neckbreaker. And now a neckbreaker DDT at the same time.
JRod, a house of fire. Serious damage done to Patrick Bentley, thrown face first into the cage. Now Corey Hollis grab. Knee there by that Superman knee by JRod. JRod up, and now he's managed single-handedly to ground all of the Jimmy Rave approved team.
It's like a massive car wreck in the ring.
And Adrian Hawkins on top of Mike Posey, laying him out as Ace Rockwell tries to come to his feet, but right there a shining wizard by Jimmy Rave takes down JRod, and now the tide has turned again.
The wrestlers now just laid around the ring, bodies flying everywhere. And now the cage door swinging open. What's going on here? Jimmy Rave is kicking Ace Rockwell out of the cage. What are they doing here? What is he doing? Jimmy Rave is leaving the War Games, and he has Ace Rockwell, a bleeding, bloody Ace Rockwell on the floor. And the match beyond, still in the cage, runs Rockwell into the cement wall.
Remember, Ben, there is no disqualification. Pretty much anything goes in these matches, as we've seen. Ladies and gentlemen, the final competitor in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he represents the team captained by Jimmy Rave. It is Sal Rinauro.
And Sal Rinauro certainly has been a question mark.
And with all 10 competitors now in play, this is the match beyond. Submit or surrender, the only way to win.
And Sal Rinauro asking why Ace Rockwell is on the floor. We've seen some dissension between Jimmy Rave and Sal Rinauro for the last few weeks. Not sure how much of that's been fixed or mended, but Right now, the match beyond is now officially starting as someone will submit or surrender, and this match will be over. And all the men in the cage certainly have been worn out. And the fresh man, Rinauro, now pulling Ace Rockwell up and throwing back in the cage, I assume, or helping him back in the cage.
Rinauro seems slightly conflicted at this point, but clearly the advantage regardless for the Jimmy Rave approved team. Ace Rockwell, a bloody mess. Corey Hollis has Kyle Matthews in an ankle lock. Mike Posey dominating JRod over in the corner, while a ankle lock is held by Chip Day over on Adrian Hawkins. Everyone is preoccupied in this particular match.
Sal is asking Jimmy Rave what's going on here.
Now holding him up, and they're displaying Ace Rockwell for Rinauro. Rinauro and Jimmy Rave arguing. Best friends argue, they say, and this is an example of it right here. Both of these guys used to being in charge of their own destiny, neither deferring to the other in any consistent level. That's wait a minute. Now there's a little bit of a great disagreement, and it's on right here. Quickly separating this. This match is becoming a little bit disorganized, as right now the Jimmy Rave approved team has some dissension between the two. Well, I guess the one leader, but certainly Rinauro, nobody's sidekick. And now, as a result of that, Kyle Matthews has recovered. JRod is back up. Ace Rockwell still down and looking at him. Rinauro, but Corey Hollis still leveraging, but Adrian Hawkins manages to reverse it, throws him into Mike Posey. Hawkins single-handedly handling two men over in the corner. Patrick Bentley down with JRod on him at this point. Oh! Rinauro is just...
Jimmy Rave! Now he's hit Chip Day! Rinauro has turned on Jimmy Rave approved! And now he's dead all over pointing at Jimmy Rave. Enough is enough! The slap in the face!
Rave just kicked open the door. Referee should be keeping that door closed, but no. And now Rave has left the ring, being chased out by Rinauro. They're both gone. Match is still in play. Referee, we need to get this door closed here, please.
Rinauro had taken enough.
Distraction there by the referee. The door is supposed to be more carefully handled at this point. I don't think the referee assumed somebody would leave, but you shouldn't keep the door unguarded. One of the referees should be at that position.
Absolutely. I think Dustin Robinson just heard you.
And Patrick Bentley takes him down. Yes, well, I think he's now realized that mistake, as off goes that. And here it is, overkill right here. And now the final leg drop by Mike Posey, and down, and now going for a submission maneuver. We've got two submission movers in play. Bentley blocking to make sure nobody can get out. Posey a little distracted, and Rockwell was able to get free, and he's got a hand on Hollis, but not enough. We've got two in submissions, as right there Hawkins manages to get free. Busts it open, saving the day for that team right now.
And the match be submit, someone must surrender. No pinfall. Rams him head first into that cage, and again, Patrick Bentley rammed in. And Team Kyle Matthews in control.
But it's back to even, Ben. That's the thing that to realize here. For a while, a disadvantage, clear disadvantage for the Kyle Matthews team, but now there's one, there's two, and now double bulldog, yup, you got it. Patrick Bentley goes for a ride, 4-on-4, and right now the Kyle Matthews team, moonsault right there on Bentley, who's taken an awful lot, and Matthews is up. And now a frog splash from Matthews. Bentley being decimated in the middle of the ring. Rolls over to his stomach. Doesn't matter. No pinfalls here. Submission only as Kyle Matthews fires up this crowd and his team.
And the fans have watched an epic battle here. The War Games, the match beyond. Who will end up?
Wait a minute. We've got one submission maneuver. We got a sharpshooter. We got a second sharpshooter right there. Corey Hollis tries to go in. He's now caught. And now Matthews in position, grabs the last remaining somewhat dead body of Patrick Bentley, who is decimated. Hidaka there, 4 submissions are in play. And there's a tap right there. We've got a winner.
The match is over, and Team Kyle
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team captained by Kyle Matthews, Adrian Hawkins, Ace Rockwell, JRod.
And Sal Rinauro came out and clapped.
And at ringside, Sal Rinauro.
So Sal Rinauro having a change of heart here after the way he was mistreated by Jimmy Rave. I'm not sure these guys trust him, but certainly I know they're glad that he was there. Fans, what an event here at Rampage Pro Wrestling.
Sal Rinauro.
Doctoberfest.
A lot of time has been invested in.
Can they burn the shirt? Is it legal to
Is that what we have in here? Is he brought the Jimmy Rave approved shirt to the? Yeah, I guess so. Jimmy Rave at least is no longer approved by Sal Rinauro, and now I'm beginning to wonder, Ben.
Everybody's pointing to Kyle. Will Kyle take the handshake?
You got to wonder, it was Doc Gayton who fired Sal Rinauro from management, but let him be a wrestler. I always wondered, why did he do that? Maybe we're learning something about that now.
And raises the hand now. I guess that's it. Doc had a plan.
Kyle Matthews, Adrian Hawkins, JRod, Ace Rockwell, and Sal Rinauro. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Doctoberfest 2011, back here in 1 week on the 6th. Thank you for attending.
You're watching Doctoberfest. Join us live. Another great event, Doctoberfest 2011 is in the books. An outstanding card with some great things happening always at Rampage Pro Wrestling. Be sure to join us live at Johnny G's Fun Center in Warner Robins, Georgia on Russell Parkway for all the great action the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Sundays at 2 p.m. Or you can check us out on the internet at www.rampageprowrestling.net. The National Wrestling Alliance